With COVID-19 easing up, more couples are hoping to tie the knot and plan the perfect honeymoon. Restrictions are easing, travel expected to pick up this summer. So if you're getting married and planning a honeymoon, you may have to do a little research for your destinations on the guidelines that are in place before you leave. So what should couples consider if you're honeymooning before the pandemic is over? Joining us with some smart ideas is the senior editor for TheKnot.com and wedding expert Esther Lee. Esther, thanks for talking with us today.
Thanks so much for having me. Thrilled to talk about honeymoons with you.
Well, it's a lot of fun, and I should let our viewers know we didn't plan this just because I'm getting married this fall, but Esther, I'm in this exact situation and planning a honeymoon right now. So what do people like me need to know?
Well, that's so exciting for you especially, and I'm glad to hear that we're right in the sweet spot as you're planning. So about 80% of all engaged couples are actually moving forward with wedding planning during this time, and what we're finding is that includes honeymoon planning too. Because of that, we highly encourage all couples to get moving on the planning process ASAP. And what that means is having a research party with your, with your to-be-wed couples, figuring out what exactly areas that you want to go to, what activities that you want to have, and then figuring out the properties that have COVID compliance standards. And the reason why we say this is because you want to get to a property that really adheres to those safety protocols, provides social distancing, and really safe activities for your honeymoon because it's only one that you're going to have.
Why is that a big one on the list right there, Esther?
We say that because, we're currently still in a pandemic, and while couples are planning to move ahead with weddings and honeymoons and everything else, it's very important to find properties that make you feel safe, especially because it's your honeymoon and you want to feel like you're nurtured and cared for while you're there.
That's true. I mean, the whole point of the honeymoon is to be pampered, right? At least
exactly.
That's part of it, right? So how do we keep up with all those restrictions?
So one of the biggest things that we do recommend is to look to each country. So if, for example, you're traveling to Costa Rica or to the Caribbean, each island itself has its own restrictions. Even Hawaii right now, which is honeymoon haven central for the US couples, we are finding that each island and inter-island travel, you have to get tested in between. Also, just keep in mind that when you have to return to the US, you have to get tested before you arrive on soil. So what that means is that currently the CDC recommends 72 hours in advance of getting tested. And that means that you have to have a negative test to come home.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing I've been keeping up with. We're looking to go to Bora Bora in October, and I've been watching feverishly like the different restrictions and how they've been changing, and I've been seeing, okay, you have to be vaccinated, you have to have that test before, just as you mentioned, and it's something that I wonder how much it's going to change between now and then.
As we're seeing an uptick in vaccinations across, the entire country and hopefully soon the world, we are going to find that some areas, and especially Bora Bora, which is a honeymoon haven as you're going to travel there, is going to welcome, tourists who are being safe and exceptionally mindful about, their own health and safety too. And so, it's really exciting that you're going there, and I'm so excited as you're wedding planning. If you have any questions, I'm here to help you, and so is TheKnot.com.
Oh, will do. And the funny thing is, again, we did not plan this morning, but I should mention that you cover a lot of ground on TheKnot.com. I mean, a lot of ground.
Yes, we sure do. We cover everything from registries to wedding planning. We are your all-in-one resource for anything that's digitally related to the wedding planning process. And so, Brian, I don't know if you have a honeymoon registry yourself, but if you plan to fund this trip to Bora Bora, you might as well ask some of your guests to maybe provide, some donations to your activities and excursions.
Yeah, I was looking at that, and one of the things that I saw on the website, and now we're just talking, but was that when you go to register, like a lot of people think about, okay, we thought about registering at Target and registering at other places, but you don't want to do too many. Well, at The Knot, you can register like 1,000 places all at once, and as you mentioned, you can register for the trip and have people contribute to the trip. It's pretty cool.
Exactly. You could have everything from the honeymoon fund all the way to the KitchenAid stand mixer and the standard Dyson if you need that too for your new home. We're finding that couples even are looking for charity too. So if they want to register for their favorite charity, their guests can donate there as well. It's really exciting. I'm
sure you'll see Liz and Mai's registry here in the near future here, Esther.
Well, I'm excited to peruse it, and congratulations again here if you have any questions.
Sounds good. Talking with a wedding expert, on course, on all things weddings with TheKnot.com. Esther, thanks for talking with us today.
Thanks for having me. Bye.